Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to unpack some complex ideas, help you cut through the noise, and figure out how to, well, not just survive, but really thrive in this fast-changing world.
That's right. And today we're giving you a bit of shortcut. We've looked at some fascinating sources on three critical ideas. Strategic regeneration, pre-detective measures, and why getting the nuance right is just so essential.
Absolutely. Think of this as your briefing on concepts that are more than just theory. They're tools for navigating what feels like an increasingly complex business landscape. So let's jump in.
Okay.
First up, strategic regeneration. The sources talk about it going way beyond standard sustainability. What does that actually look like for a business, more than just, doing less bad?
Yeah, less bad isn't really the goal here. It's a fundamental shift. Strategic regeneration is about actively restoring, enhancing the systems you operate in, social, ecological.
Yeah.
Creating net positive impacts.
Net positive.
Think of it as investing back into the environment or community your business relies on. Not just minimizing harm, but maybe improving local water quality or biodiversity. It's using strategies like restore, preserve, enhance to actively make things better. It makes your business more valuable, more resilient long term.
Okay, that makes sense. So if regeneration is about how we operate differently, how do we figure out what changes to make ahead of time? That brings us to this idea of pre-detective measures.
Right.
It sounds very proactive, stopping issues before they happen, unlike, say, detective controls that just find problems afterwards.
Exactly. It's a bit like predictive maintenance, in manufacturing. Condition-based monitoring.
Where sensors tell you a machine might fail soon.
Precisely. Pre-detective analytics does that for your business strategy, using real-time data, advanced analytics to sort of anticipate things like market shifts, maybe financial distress, supply chain problems.
Seeing the weak signals early.
Seeing those weak signals before they become a full-blown crisis. It's about foresight.
But even with that foresight, there's this trap, right? The sources warn about oversimplifying. Those neat, plausible, and wrong answers. What's the danger if we miss the nuances?
Oh, the danger is significant. You can run into serious trouble. Think about maybe a craft distillery trying to expand.
Okay.
You can't just apply one simple rule set. There's that labyrinth of legal regulations, as one source put it, different in every single state. Ignore those subtleties, those gray areas, and you could face huge operational issues, maybe even reputational damage. It's not binary.
That's a really clear example. So bringing it all together, regeneration, pre-detection, nuance. Why is this package so critical now? What's happening globally?
Well, look at the shifts we're seeing. The BRICS bloc expanding now, 46% of global GDP, 55% of the population.
Yeah.
You absolutely need that de-escalation of nuance to navigate those multipolar economic realities.
Right. It's not just one monolithic block.
No. Not at all. And then there's China's strategy tech self-reliance, things like chiplet technology, plus global expansion like the Belt and Road Initiative. That demands pre-detective measures to see how supply chains and market access might change.
And the geopolitical hotspots.
Absolutely. Conflicts in the Middle East, like the Houthi attacks impacting the Suez Canal traffic, dropped, 42% earlier this year? Businesses suddenly need regenerative thinking just to find new resilient supply routes.
And all this tension, West versus East, it's pushing companies towards decoupling or de-risking.
Yeah, and that forces multinational corporations to rethink their whole global setup, which, by the way, can sometimes unintentionally change the internal corporate culture, maybe making it more cautious when you actually need to be more agile.
But amidst all that uncertainty, some places are showing resilience.
Exactly. And that's where we can see these ideas applied. Look at Malaysia's stable, solid growth, 4.4% in Q1 2025 reported. It's becoming quite an attractive hub, kind of a living lab for putting these concepts into practice.
So for businesses there, or those looking at Malaysia, how could they use this? You mentioned a round-robin approach.
Right. Using things like pre-detective analytics combined with, say, causal layer analysis that helps you dig into the deeper why behind trends. You test scenarios, get different expert views iteratively.
Okay.
This helps build multi-horizon roadmaps. You might focus on immediate supply chain de-risking for the next maybe 6-12 months, while also planning for longer-term, truly regenerative business models, looking out 36 months and beyond.
So it connects the short-term needs with the long-term vision.
Precisely. It's this whole proactive, anticipatory mindset. It's not just about reacting anymore. It's about actively shaping a future that's more resilient and ultimately more valuable.
A powerful idea to end on. So a final thought for you listening. What hidden weak signals might be lurking in your own data, your own environment right now? What future opportunity or maybe threat are you currently overlooking?